Hey guys, you're through to the Dyslexic Entrepreneur. What do you think? Looking alright? It was time to get rid of the beard. It was new look, new me time. So thanks for joining me today. Today's episode, again, I want to call it the Honest Entrepreneur because I want to talk to you again about mental health following on from my last video. My last video was just as I was out of I don't even know what to describe it, don't really know what to call it, like a mini breakdown, a mini kind of lapse of good mental health, I think is the best way of putting it. I just had, like, the way my mum described it, she said I looked like a man with the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I didn't have the weight of the world on my shoulders, but it looked that way and it felt that way, and I couldn't see the wood through the trees, and it was like I had really good people around me and it was lovely and I had a lot of support, and that was the only thing that got me through it. But I couldn't even break down like there were problems. I couldn't even break down into smaller problems, like, because my thinking was just so, I felt so just, I'm trying not to swear in this one, but I felt so like I just couldn't really do anything. It was like the smallest thing would come up. I'd get like a text or an email from a customer or something, and it would I'd just be like, oh my god, I can't do this. And there was a couple of reasons I think that led to that. But what I wanted to talk about today is the reason I'm sticking to why entrepreneurs feel mental health issues. So I'm not talking about the wider society here, because I think that's a whole different kettle of fish. What I'm talking about is why entrepreneurs feel certain feelings, all right? And the main one I want to talk about is anxiety. The anxiety that I was feeling. We had a hut that was due out to a customer it was an amazing hut. My team did a brilliant job building it, but we were super behind. I took my eye off the ball. I came back from holiday and we were so behind, it was unbelievable, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And it just kind of threw me completely. And I just started getting like anxiety. I wouldn't call them anxiety attacks, but the anxiety was like just overwhelming, completely overwhelming anxiety. And now I'm out the other side of it. I think I can give a little bit of insight into it, and I think it's because as entrepreneurs, we put so much of ourselves into our business, and you always do it. Like, now I'm in kind of like year 3. I thought it was year 4, but actually it's year 3. 4 years ago, I started building huts in the back of my parents' garden, trying to kind of get the first one going. But actually, as a proper, functioning business, we're in year 3. So I think it's because we put so much of ourselves into our business. It's a very blurred line of where does the business end, where do you begin. So when things are going a little bit array with the business, it starts going array with you, and it's you need to try and separate the two as quickly as possible. There's a couple of techniques to do this. You can separate. You can have a work phone and a personal phone. You turn your work phone on at 9 o'clock. You shut it off at 5 o'clock. You don't answer emails on your after those hours. On your personal phone, you do not have emails. You do not give your personal number out to customers. It is just for that, and that can help. But I think that is what it causes anxiety a lot with entrepreneurs. It's because we're so it's us, it's what we started, it's what we put our energy into as our dreams, it's what we have worked our asses off to do and get to, and then a couple of things go wrong, a couple of things aren't going okay, and then all of a sudden it's not the business entity, it's you're the one who's taking on all the anxiety, all of the pressures, all of the stresses, and it feels like it's all just on you. And it's like, no, that's on the business. You are a completely different person. I'm Paul Budd. I'm a completely different person to Pine Tree Huts or Pine Tree Carpenters, all right? And I think the quicker as entrepreneurs we kind of make a separation. It's really difficult. I'm not saying it's easy. And if you had said this to me a year or two ago, I probably would have told you, I would have been like, no, I work 16-hour days. I work 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, because you've got to do that. You've got to get it going. It's you need to have downtime. You need to separate yourself from the business. And I think the quicker you do that, the better you will get on with anxiety. So I'm just going to talk about anxiety. I want to kind of keep these videos quite short, but that's my kind of thoughts on the matter. The way that I kind of got over my issues, one, we got the hut finished. I can't help you with whatever your one is, but for us, we got the hut finished. The hut went to the customer. That was brilliant. But I tried my best to break it down into smaller problems. So we had like, I walked into the job and there was loads and loads of things to do, but I just break it down to like, right, I'm going to do 4 things today, and then put those 4 things down and do those 4 things, and just try and split it that way. If you can split it up into smaller little chunks, it's a lot easier to do. I know it's so hard to do when your head is just like spaghetti brain times 1,000, but if you can do that, that will really, really help you. And again, try and separate yourself from your business. Your business is a completely separate entity to you. You are a human being. Your business is not. The human being is important. The business isn't. All right. You can make another business. You can make another 1,000 businesses. All right. You can't make another you. And you need to remember that. You need to remember that there isn't another you. There never will be. You are the only you. All right. I think I completely forgot that. I completely forgot that last week. I was just so entangled in the whole thing, and it was all just like meshed together, and it was like I was absolutely in a pickle, in an absolute pickle. But so that's how I kind of go over my anxiety. I try to separate the two. Again, please like, subscribe, and please comment on this. Loads of people have reached out to me. Thank you very much for reaching out to me. I've really enjoyed the conversations we've been having. Again, if anybody wants to talk to me, at Pine Tree Huts on Instagram, or Dyslexic_Entrepreneur on Instagram. You can either email me at pinetreehuts. It's pinetreehuts@gmail.com. Everything's obviously confidential. I'd never post anything. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist or anything like that. Just nice to have a chat with people and see where people's heads are. But it seems that a lot of entrepreneurs go through really tough times, and I mean, like, I've listened to a lot of podcasts where entrepreneurs have complete breakdowns, and it's understandable. Like, it is completely understandable because it feels like it's all on you. So anyway, I'm always here for people. Anyone who wants to speak to me, please reach out. We can just have a general chat, and I'm going to try and do a little bit more research and do a little bit more thought-provoking conversations on mental health, because we need to talk about it, especially in the entrepreneurial sphere, because everybody thinks you've got to be like old school Gary V. I know he's had a little rebrand, but old school Gary V, like, I did everything. I worked 7 days a week, blah 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 blah. It's like, no, that's absolute BS. Like, you're a human being. Like, you need a break. You need a break. You need to deal with emotions. You need to deal with feelings. You need to deal with all the things that go along with a human experience. All right. So again, I'm here for anyone. Give me a shout. I love to talk to you, and I hope everyone else is doing all right. And yeah, I just hope you're cool, and it'd be lovely to catch up with some people. All right. Take care of yourself, guys. Bye bye.